Hi, in this video, I want to talk about meditation and what happens to me when I close my eyes to meditate and what the colors that I see during meditation mean for me. I hope that you will also share with me whether you see specific colors during meditation and whether you have really ever wondered what they mean. For me, I'm always about being conscious of what's going on with me, because I try to listen to my intuition and follow the cues. And I always find it very interesting when I'm paying attention to what's happening to me, because I want my life to be one in which I can be able to share my experiences with other people based on what I know. Why? Because I paid attention, and then we're all going to have a good conversation that will hopefully help other people who are on the path and who are experiencing similar situations. So in this video, I want to talk about the colors that I see during meditation and what I have learned about these colors and what they symbolize for me as I go through the meditation process. Okay, so this is what this is all about. Okay, meditation for me is very simple. I know there are many traditions there that practice meditation on a much more detailed, and rigorous manner than I do. My kind of meditation is very flexible. Meditation for me, simply, in the simplest form that makes sense for me, is listening to my intuition, listening to the inner, going within and listening to the voice within. That's as simple as it gets for me. Meditation, being quiet, quieting myself, either contemplating a question and then listening within for the answer, or concentrating on a subject matter and then listening within to see what's going on and what kind of feedback I'm getting. That's meditation. And I always say the difference between meditation and prayer is you putting out words to the universe, and meditation is listening to the answers. So in this conversation, I'm going to be talking about what happens to me the moment I close my eyes and get into that process of meditation. Just what happens in those few moments when I decide that I'm getting into a state of meditation and then just quieting myself. So what I have noticed that happens to me when I am distracted as I get into the process of meditation is that after I close my eyes, I begin to see the color red. I begin to see the red forming in my third eye. And remember, if your third eye is open, you are already seeing colors. You can already see the colors inside the screen of your third eye. You might not understand it, but you're seeing colors, your third eye is open. Okay? So for me, when I close my eyes during meditation, the first color that I see when I'm distracted, if my mind is still scattered, if I'm still active in some sort of way and my mind is not settled, I'll see the color red. Just like this. I'll see red, it will turn maybe bright red or carnelian red or orange. When I see that red, I know that I'm distracted, I'm not yet settled in, and I still have a ways to go before I can really be in the meditation zone. So red for me, when I see it in my third eye, I know there's a lot of active energy. And before I go on, let me just tell you, if you have garnet, red garnet crystal, garnet is one of those crystals that cleanses the blood of emotional issues that interfere with spiritual practices. So if you're one of the people who gets a lot of distraction when you're doing your meditations, you can try to make a red garnet elixir, which is something that I do for myself. Like this one here. This is a garnet crystal elixir. You can see the garnets inside this beautiful bottle. And this is one of these crystal elixirs that you can also make for yourself in case you're having trouble with meditation, and you can drink it, to help you to clear out those spiritual distractions. That's what I do sometimes, but it gets much easier and easier as days go by. After a while, you can easily just sink into meditation, which is something that happens to me. But I'm just sharing this so that anyone out there who's watching this video and is wanting to quiet their mind through the process of meditation, or wanting to go within and feeling distracted, which most of us, in the beginning, when you start these processes of meditation and quieting our minds, we're always like having all these thoughts running through our heads. So anyway, for me, the garnet crystal elixir is something that I found out that can work, so if you're thinking about making crystal elixirs of any sort and you want to clear spiritual distractions, think about garnet. That garnet crystal is really, really powerful. When you have those dense energies, that you need to really bring to the surface, I tell you, and push them out of your blood system, garnet, red garnet. Yeah. So anyway, so as I was saying, I sometimes see red in the beginning of the process. Then as I begin to quiet my mind, I see purple. Purple is usually another common color, magenta, purple, I see the color in the screen of my third eye. So when I begin to see the color purple, I notice for myself that I begin to become really, 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 really calm. My breathing becomes really, really slow. I begin to be really, really, really quiet. I know that I'm now ready to enter into the zone. The meditation process is just about to begin. I mean, these things can take place within a very short period of time, but it's just like, I see red sometimes, and then I see purple color, and then, I see black. Okay. Or sometimes I don't see red, I just see purple, and then I see black. Or sometimes I just enter into blackness or darkness, into the void. So these are the three common colors that I usually see during meditation. Red, for me, I know for sure that I'm not yet there and I'm distracted and my energy is very, very active. Purple, I know that I'm already there. I can feel from my breathing, the silence in my body. The thoughts in my mind begin to disappear and I'm just like now becoming very, very centered. The moment I see black, I'm in the zone. I'm now in a process of quietness, meditation. I can hear, I can feel that now I'm ready to just get in and be with myself. So the dark color, going into that void of creation, getting into that 0 point, getting into that now moment, is always to me a sign that, okay, Caroline, you're in, girl, you're in. So this process of meditation where I close my eyes and look within has taught me a lot of things about certain colors, and this is what I'm sharing with you guys. Let me know how you do your closed eye conscious meditation and whether you see colors or not, and whether you've really paid attention to what these colors mean for you or whether you just wing it. I also wing it, and it's very interesting because as days go by in our spiritual journey, we just get into the process of meditation without thinking about it. You don't have to see colors if you don't usually see colors. You can just get into the process. I get into the process just like this. But this conversation is just about sharing my process of meditation, especially those first few moments as I enter into this process, and also to see whether other people are experiencing the same thing, and also, again, to expand the conversation and hopefully help other people who might be seeing these same colors and wondering whether they're really meditating or not. Because many people usually have that question and they wonder, am I really meditating, or what's going on? Why am I feeling distracted? So maybe some of these things that we share from our own personal experiences can help other people in their own processes as they go through their spiritual path. So guys, keep meditating. I know certain people feel at some point that they don't need to meditate, but for me, I'm telling you, the truth of the matter is, even though I do meditative walks and, we try to make our lives a living meditation, and we are constantly wanting to be in those moments, doing other things, maybe being in nature, which is all fun and all good. I mean, it works for other people that way, but I truly, truly believe in my heart of hearts that there's nothing as special sometimes as just being quiet and closing your eyes and just going into the inner journey, which really holds beautiful, 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 beautiful things about who we truly are. And when we know who we truly are within, when we can still ourselves and hear our inner voice, there's nothing like that. It's pure perfection. And we can share these experiences with others. I love you guys. Please leave your comments below. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet already. And I'll see you next time for more interesting talks about this beautiful spiritual journey. Bye, guys. Meditate, contemplate, concentrate. It's a beautiful life. Bye.